I look to the treaty as a possible means for economic development primarily. I thought it would provide us with land and cash and resource opportunities to stimulate our economy, to overcome some of the poor socioeconomic conditions that we face. And again, that's the bottom line I was worried about, is the quality of life of the members of Tsawwassen people, especially living in the Lower Mainland. I saw no reason why it should be so starkly different than our neighbors. But what's interesting is over the 20 years, I came to realize that the governance component of the treaty was actually probably even more critical than the land or cash component of the treaty. So it's been a lot of new trail to break for our community. So we've got increased staff capacity, we've got new governance structures, we've got a new economic development corporation, we've got new legislation, new regulations. All this has taken an incredible amount of energy to get going. The treaty is just a toolbox to overcome some really tough issues. We have all the poor socioeconomic conditions to overcome: poor income levels, health levels, drug and alcohol abuse, education. That's all very important stuff we have to work on, and none of it is something you can fix overnight either, right? I think that for us, that internal community building process, discussing what our government institutions should be, looking at the long term over what our vision is for our future, that's really key, because with or without the treaty, it's pretty hard for leadership to know where to go without that sort of common vision for the community to have and know what your options are to try and reach it. There are different models of reconciliation. I think the treaty is the fullest expression of it. I think, in the BC context, it's the only process that gives you full self-government. And to me, that was really the prize of the treaty. It's what's going to transform our community. There's no doubt in my mind. It already is. So from that perspective, I'm a big proponent for treaty making, but I also understand how hard it is to get to that point. Not every First Nation is ready for that kind of commitment, or have done that work in their communities to know that's where they want to head. But ultimately, I worry that if you rely solely on impact benefit agreements and other things, that you're incrementally settling your title without the benefit of self-governance. So luckily that we don't have to worry about that anymore.